June 1866, Concho River, Texas. Dust chokes in the air like smoke. 2,000 longhorns milling restless, horns wide as a man's tall. Stampede hits at midnight. Lightning cracks. The herd bolts blind into the dark. One cowboy gets trampled to paste. Charles Goodnight, 29, lean as rawhide, rides into the chaos. He snaps his slicker like a whip, turns the lead steers mile by mile. By dawn, the herd circled, pointed north again. Goodnight looks at his partner, Oliver Loving, and says, "We lose any more men? We drive them ourselves." That's the start of the trail that'll feed a nation. You're listening to Blood on the Saddle. Real stories, real men. No apologies. Tonight, we ride the Goodnight Loving Trail with the hardest cowboys who ever forked a horse. Let's ride. Act 1, The Forge. Born March 5th, 1836, Macoupin County, Illinois. Prairie kid. Father Hiram dies when Charlie's 5. Pneumonia takes him quick. Mother Charlotte packs 2 kids, a mule, and heads to Texas, 1845. Milam County. By then, Goodnight's breaking mustangs, barefoot, no saddle, just a hackamore and guts. Herds cattle from neighbors at 50 cents a day. He learns the land, mesquite thorns, flash floods, Comanche raids that leave homesteads smoking. 1856, 20 years old, joins the Texas Rangers under Captain Jack Curitan. He fights Kiowa and Comanche on the frontier. One raid, charges a war party of 30, kills 2 with his Colt, takes a lance through the hat, comes back with scalps and stories. The Civil War. Rangers become the frontier regiment. Goodnight patrols the Brazos. Chases deserters, fights off invasions. The war ends. Texas bankrupt. Cattle wild, worthless up here. Gold up north. Goodnight sees an opportunity. Rounds up strays. No brand needed. Mavericks free for the taking. He partners with Oliver Loving, 54, an experienced drover. Loving's calm to Goodnight's fire. They gather 18 cowboys, most ex-Confederates with nothing left but a horse and hate for Yankees. Time for a rifle break. Early lessons stick. Goodnight lost his paw young. Learned self-reliance on a mule's back. When life kicks you down, family gone, war lost, broke as dirt, you don't wait for handouts. Saddle up. Build your own trail. That's the spark. Act 2, The Crucible. June 6, 1866. Drive starts. First week, norther blows in, hail big as fists. Herd stamps 30 miles. Goodnight rides all night, coat frozen, and turns them with a voice and quirt. Hits the Brazos. Swollen, quicksand, loses 50 head. One man drowns. Goodnight swims across 3 times, hauling ropes for a ferry. Pecos River. Alkali water kills the stock blind. Men hallucinate from thirst. Goodnight rigs the first chuck wagon, an old Studebaker Army surplus iron box for chuck. Dutch ovens, coffee grinder. He invents sourdough biscuits on the fly. Cooks say it saved the drive. Comanche hit near Castle Gap. 50 warriors painted for war. Goodnight's crew forms a line. Henry rifles barking. They drop 12. The rest flee. That night, around the fire, Goodnight cleans his Winchester and says, "Boys, this trail's ours now, paid in full. Fort Sumner, New Mexico, sell to the Navajo Reservation." But 1867 drive, Loving rides ahead and gets ambushed by Comanches. Takes an arrow in the arm. Gangrene sets in. Hides in a cave 3 days. Fights off wolves. Goodnight finds him and promises to take his body home. Wraps him in a charcoal-soaked sheets to kill the smell. Tin coffin on the wagon. Drives 600 miles through blizzards and buries him in Weatherford. Expands, 1870s. He battles rustlers on the trail. One gang tries to steal the remuda. Goodnight tracks them, hangs 2 from a cottonwood. No trial needed out there. Time for a rifle break. A man's word is everything. Goodnight swore to Loving, paid with months of misery. When you give your bond to family, friends, yourself, hold it like iron. Break it, and you're broken. And another thing, innovation in hell. Goodnight didn't whine about bad water or stamps. He built the chuck wagon. Crossed Herefords with longhorns for better beef. When the world's against you, don't fight fair. Outsmart it. That's winning. Act 3, The Cost and the Crown. 75 settles Palo Duro Canyon. 250,000 acres. A ranch with John Adair breeds the first cold hardy cattle. He marries Mary Ann Dyer, 1870, a school teacher who rides with him, nurses cowboys through smallpox. No kids, but they foster orphans, build schools. He saves bison, captures orphan calves in 1878 and starts a herd of 200. Feeds the last wild ones through blizzards. Today's bison trace back to his. He ages hard. Droughts, blizzards wipe herds, but lives to see the railroad kill the trail drives. Dies December 12th, 1929, at 93. Last words, turn me loose on the range, boys. Buried in Goodnight, Texas. Here's the reckoning. Hear me, brother. Charles Goodnight didn't wait for the West to open. He drove through it. Invented the cowboy life. Chuck wagon. Cattle breeds. Trails that fed millions. He fought Indians, weather, men. Won because he never quit. Your inheritance, when the herd bolts, ride into the storm. Build empires from nothing. That's the cowboy code. Next week, we dispense justice with the hanging judge of the Pecos, Roy Bean. Until then, stay hard, stay dangerous, and I'll see you on the trail.